Welcome back. Shop Talk the Series, episode 3. Let me introduce my co-host.
Gabe, at Coach Gabe3.
Carlos, at Carlos_the_Barber_.
I'm your host, Jayy the Barber. Check these guys out on Instagram. Hit my Instagram up. Then we got a very special one today. Let me introduce my dude right here.
Alberta, Arana, Instagram a.bert.
We're gonna start this off as we usually do with a shot. Shout out to you guys at home. Who you are and where you from?
I grew up basically my whole life here in Santa Clara. I met Jay when I was a little kid, around like 7, 8. That's when I first started hooping at the YMCA, Central YMCA, right down the street from here. From there I went to Santa Clara High School. Currently in my last semester at San Jose State, and I'm just trying to find a job out here in this Corona crisis.
Yeah, so it's hard finding a job. Shit, even when you got your degree up in college.
Yeah.
So touch bases on you playing basketball, man, because that's how I really met you.
Yeah. So I started as, like I said earlier, like a little kid, 7, 8. Before that I was swimming, and then I was like, nah, I can't do swimming anymore. I gotta hoop. And then
wearing Speedos at the Y.
Yeah. Not about that. So then I just started hooping. Jay was one of my first coaches. He's kind of taught me the ropes. From there, I started taking it a little more seriously. I went to Santa Clara after going to Don Calderon for middle school, and from there, it started growing, more passion, and in high school, I transferred my sophomore year to Sobrato in Morgan Hill. I hooped there for a little bit, started trying to make a name for myself, and then I transferred back here to Santa Clara, and then from here just kind of accepted my role, did my best, just hustled, played defense. That was my specialty, and then just whatever the team needed I did. And then from there I tried to walk on to East Bay, and then that's when I first hurt my back.
Yeah, man, I thought you were gonna have big dreams. Seeing you're pretty good at basketball too.
What happened to your back?
I ended up getting 2 herniated discs in my back.
Damn near broke his back, bro.
Sounds painful.
Yeah, about on my L4, L5, so it was 2 bulging discs. When it first happened, I couldn't walk for 2 days, so.
What happened exactly?
I was just hooping, doing some drills, and then all of a sudden I feel a pop in my back, and then just all around my back, just started feeling warm and just hurt. Just like it was an achy pain. And when I got home, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna rest and just go to bed and stuff like that. And when I woke up in the middle of the night, I couldn't feel my legs, I couldn't move or anything. So I tried to get out of bed, I rolled out of bed, fell on the ground, and that's when my parents came in and just took me to the emergency room.
Damn.
Crazy.
Wow.
I dealt with my back injury about 4 years, and then about 2 years ago in November, I had back surgery. And I've been just grinding since then, just trying to get back to shape, just trying to.
You said in November you had back surgery?
Yeah, last November 22nd.
How many surgeries have you took?
Yeah, 2018.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, damn, you're moving well.
How many surgeries have you had?
For my back specifically, I only had 1 major surgery where they went in, they took part of my disc out for one of the hernia discs. But I've had about 3 quarter shots, so that's about kind of making the inflammation in your back reduce. So I've had about 3 of those. Those are a little painful. Each one lasts about 2 months. So I've had to deal with that. It's a long ass needle going straight into your back. Not pretty fun.
Take some time to rehab, or?
So with the shots, you have to do PT. So I've been doing PT for about years now. So just been grinding on that. Doing the PT has kind of helped me get back in shape. So now currently I've gained about 15 pounds from my lightest point. But before that I was damn near 200 pounds and I dropped down to 165. So lost a pretty significant weight, and then from there just kind of working on getting the muscle back, fertilizing my back, just making sure I have enough muscle and core strength to support my back. And because there was a point in time where every day I would try to wake up in the morning and it'd just be painful to like stand up and just even get up and just move on my regular day.
That's crazy.
You guys ever had any back pains or anything?
No. I have like lower back pain sometimes, but I think that's everyone.
Yeah, no, I got backhand too. Stand me up all day, cutting hair. Shit.
Especially
Rough, huh?
your back, your neck.
So when did that start feeling better?
Like from the surgery, it didn't feel better until the surgery happened. And then, actually, I'll say the worst points were after the surgery. There was about a month and a half to 2 months after, where I would wake up in the middle of the night with like 15-minute long back spasms that would just be excruciating pain. They were just like, I would have to just grab onto my headboard and just kind of just wince in pain until it went away. It was like someone was breaking my back backwards, and that's how much it hurt.
Oh.
Sounds pretty bad.
Yo, and you're young, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna be 23 in May, so about 2 months, yeah.
Big 2-3, that's crazy.
Brutal. Especially go through at your age when you're so like athletic and used to being out and about, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it sucked.
Tough to cope with.
I definitely liked to be active. I liked to hoop. Even if I got hurt, I'd still hoop. So I would always hoop with my friends. I used to work for the YMCA as a coach. So I would coach kids. I would play AU I would coach AU and I would play with the kids and stuff like that. Even though it hurt, but then it just started getting worse and worse. Jay, damn. So.
Man, cause me and Sammy, man.
Yeah.
Shout out Sammy, man. But we seen you when you were a young buck. All those little dudes, Shiloh, all those dudes, Andres.
Yeah. So I first started the Y at 7. So the first season, I didn't know anyone. I didn't know how to hoop. I didn't know how to dribble, anything. So I remember showing up to my first practice, and at that point, I had Michael Bueno as my coach. He was fundamental guy. Did everything by the book, and I really liked it. Definitely got my basics going. He would have this dribble one side, dribble the other side, dribble through the legs, basic stuff. And then the next season, Jay and Sammy both saw me, and they wanted me on their team. So they kind of finagled it, and I was on their team for the next season.
Yeah, we gotta pick the best ones. Sammy gotta pick the best ones, man.
So then from there, they kind of just gave me everything I needed. They showed me how to do crossovers that other kids didn't really know how to do or didn't even comprehend at the time. They showed me little tricks in here and there, just kind of make me stand out. And my passion kept growing, and that was a lot thanks to Jay and Sammy. And then I just kind of looked up to them. By the time I was 10, I was already hooping with the teenagers, so I was hooping with him and Sammy. I remember one time I blocked Sammy and I was so excited. And then Jay instantly steals it and throws an oop to Sammy. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, Sammy was taller than you, way taller than you back then.
Way taller. I was like 5'2" and he was already like 6'4".
Yeah, basketball runs deep in you, man. I can tell. You got a lot of passion for it like me. A lot of passion for it like this guy in football too.
Are you able to get out there and still run around and shoot hoops?
Now I'm better than ever trying to
Oh, really?
run by. Yeah, I hoop every so often with my friends. I'm not as quick laterally and stuff like that anymore, but I'll still bang. Gotten a lot more built, so I've definitely been able to like drive in, try to create my own shot. And I really like just creating for other people. I really like when I see someone cutting and just give them a nice little pass right there. I feel good when I give them a nice little dime right there.
There you go. So you'd say you're fully recovered, or still working
I'd still
to get
say
there?
I wake up sometimes with some pain, some discomfort, but with just me exercising and do my stretches. My stretches are probably the most important thing I have to do every day. Just wake up, stretch a little bit, go for a run, do some push-ups, and then come back and do my stretch. I gotta roll out. I have a roller at home, so roll out the glutes, roll out the lower back. Just making sure you do everything that's needed to. I do about two times a day, so just kind of helps me keep going, and I feel better every day.
Pretty much over time you're gonna.
Yeah, they said about 2 to 2.5 years I'd be better.
Oh, okay. Got me 2.5 years already.
Close to, yeah.
So talk about balling in high school.
Okay, so freshman year, I'll give it. I did have no shot. I couldn't shoot to save my life. That summer, I met a couple buddies there in high school. Shout out to Ben and Aiden. From there, Ben kind of got me to go to AU. So he was like, just come to practice, check it out. From there, I met Marlo Wells, and he got my shot right. So that whole summer, he didn't want me to do anything but just shoot. It was a free throw. It was 2 feet away from the basket, 3-point shot. Shoot it. I don't care. Just shoot it. And I met some cool players there, some high competitive players. Some of them made it to college, others just kind of gave up. But it was definitely competitive. I loved going to tournaments, waking up Saturday mornings, and that definitely got me right. So when I came back my sophomore year, even my JV coach, shout out to John Rick.
John Rick.
John
You know who
Rick.
John Rick is?
Nah.
Oh man,
Who's John Rich?
my Filipino partner.
Yeah. So he even admitted that my shot got way better. But unfortunately, that's the season I had to transfer over to Sobrado. There I had a couple issues. About the second week of practice, we were playing JV versus varsity. I was giving varsity the work, and I was guarding the varsity coach at the time. And I played pretty aggressive defense. And he hit me with the elbow right in the eye. I had to get about 9 stitches. Yes.
Talking about the varsity coach too.
Varsity coach.
The varsity coach.
Whenever you get an elbow, man, you know you're dogging him.
Me and him never really got along. He was always kind of salty and kind of bitter against me. I always tried to work my hardest. One of my roommates was my past teammate. So me and him first met on my first day of school. It was the first day of tryouts too when I transferred over. Me and him met and we were just friends from there. So me and him would always compete, and then he got brought up to varsity. And me and him were about the same skill level, and then so I was like, why am I not getting brought up and stuff like that? So he was always a little like harder on me, and then at the end of the season he brings me up to play varsity, and he benches me. Before the game he comes up to me, he's like, look, you're not even gonna play today. And I was like, what? Then why'd you even bring me up? So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit. And then I was just sitting there, and then at the end of the game, he's like, yo, go in. And I was like, no, you said I'm benched, so I'm benched. So I was like, no, I'm not dealing with you like that. And then at the end of the season, we had our banquet and everything. That's when they give out the awards and stuff like that. Doesn't say anything about my awards, and just kind of sends everyone home. And he was like, oh, I forgot to give you these. And then I got first team all league for JV, and I got varsity honorable mention that year, even though I was on JV. So, and I got the school MVP for JV, so I was pretty salty about that.
He forgot to mention it. He forgot to mention it.
And he forgot to mention it. He forgot to do those. So I didn't really like him. So
What was his name? Remember his name?
I don't even remember his name. I kind of just forgot.
I was gonna put him on blast. That dude, man.
But I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try and go back. So I went back to Santa Clara my junior, senior year. I had to commute from Morgan Hill all the way to Santa Clara for 2 years. And that was tough. We would leave at 6 in the morning, and I would get to class barely on time some days. Go through school, then go to practice, and when the games were, I wouldn't be getting home till 11, 12 a.m. But I loved it at Santa Clara. Like, I had my best friends there, and I really liked my coach Tony McGilvery.
Yeah.
He was hard, he yelled, he spit, he broke chairs, he broke clipboards, but he definitely knew how to get the best out of you. I just liked being the defensive presence every single game. He would put me on the best player, and it'd be prideful just to hold them to like lower points. One time, one of my teammates, my AU teammates, he was killing it for Gun High School. And then, so one game he has 35 points or 33 points. The next game I think I hold him to like 6 or 8.
Nice.
So I was pretty proud of that. But man, this dude could ball. I think he's playing now for CSU Santa Barbara. He's Chris Russell.
Special.
All right, so let's talk about your favorite team. Because every time you come here, we gotta have a debate all the time. If your team sucks, it's not better than mine. Let's talk about the Lakers, man.
Lakers.
What got you into a Lakers fan?
As a little kid, I always loved Kobe. Kobe was the number one. I just loved his faces, just the tenacity, the drive you could see in just from his face, just the passion. And then from there, just kind of just starting to study his game, watch him, how much effort, how much time he put into his craft. It was just kind of admirable. So my role model, I'd say, has always been my dad, but Kobe's a close second. So that kind of just drove me to the Lakers, and from there I really wanted to know where the Lakers from, the Laker franchise and everything, and I started just researching, seeing old clips, Magic, Kareem, all those guys, and I just fell in love with the culture, fell in love with what they stood for, and just the championship mentality. And from there, I just became a Laker fan.
I don't know about you guys. I hate the Lakers, but I love Kobe. You know that. Everybody knows that. Kobe was my best dude growing up, besides Iverson. You know what I mean? But I hate the Lakers.
I hate the Lakers too, but I got respect for Kobe.
Yeah, for
Respect
sure.
Kobe.
Okay, so on the Lakers subject, man, your favorite team, you're about to work for them. Talk about you getting a job with them.
Big moves.
Trying to make some big moves. I've been applying to a bunch of different positions for them, but I think since I haven't been able to actually play for them, the goal was to play for them as a kid. But I tried to finagle in, trying to see what I was majoring in college, which was economics. Trying to see how I could use my major and kind of just get into the franchise, because the Lakers are a historic franchise, and I would just love to work for them. So I've been trying to apply as a business analyst for them and trying to study their data, trying to study their sales and how they do, and just kind of get all the data and see where the Lakers are heading, kind of see what better promotions and what better things they could do just to make the franchise grow and, you know, pay these max salary players.
So you talked to anybody from the Lakers yet?
So I got an email from them saying, due to this whole coronavirus, that my interview process has been postponed, but hopefully they'll get back to me soon.
Yeah, for sure. They probably will. You got a lot of resume.
Just been applying everywhere.
What other place have you been applying to?
I've been applying to LinkedIn, Facebook, a lot of Bay Area companies, about tech companies.
Yeah.
But I've also been applying to a couple down there, some financial firms down there, some hedge firms. I've also even applied for the Clippers, although I hate it. But
I say the Warriors? No Warriors?
I applied for the Warriors. I had a homie who was working for the Warriors.
I hope he gets a job at Warriors.
I also have a homie who works for the Kings.
Yeah.
You said he worked for the Kings
He
too?
works for the Kings, yeah. So he's currently the sales guy for the Kings, so that's pretty cool for him. And
Yeah.
I've thought about it. I've been in sales for about a couple years now. I was the membership director for the YMCA, actually.
Yeah, for sure.
Lifelong Y guy.
Yeah, why is the shit? So talk about a big influence on you, man. I knew you for a long time, and I knew ever since I knew you, man, you've been a real humble, great influence to someone who's special, important in your life. Let the viewers know that very, very special person, man.
So growing up and everything, I always wanted a little brother, and I finally got one, but it came with some differences. He ended up having Down syndrome, which is trisomy 21, so that he has 3 chromosomes of the 21st chromosome. So he's always been a little special. I remember the day me, my sister, and my family went to the gynecologist and to get an exam. And then I remember my parents sitting me down and saying, look, you're going to have a little brother, but he's going to be a little special. He's going to need a little more of our help. He's not going to be just a typical little brother. And I remember going to my room and crying a little. I was like, oh, okay, I wonder how this is going to be. Not knowing what I was in store from. And then he was born, and instantly I saw him, and I knew it was love. He was my little brother, and I knew forever I was going to take care of him. And he's one of my main motivations, why I want to succeed, why I want to give back to the world, because I want to succeed. I want to make sure he's financially stable. But once that's all settled, I want to make sure kids like him, kids who haven't had the situation appropriate for them. Some of these kids are abused. Some of these kids never really get the shot that they deserve, and like it hurts. It definitely hurts. You want to make sure they're special, but they're so lovable. Leo, I feel like he has no hate in his heart at all. He meets someone, he gives them the biggest smile. He hugs them. He always plays with them. He loves his tablet. So he's always like, oh, do you want to see my tablet? He loves movies. He tries to show movies to everyone. So he's a big factor. Growing up, like, it was tough. My parents would give him a little more attention, especially when you want them to come. Like, come to my game this Saturday for the YMCA, or my little sister, oh, come see me swim, and stuff like that. I know my dad came to a lot of my games, but my mom never really did. She only came to about 3, 4 my whole high school career, because she had to stay home and watch my little brother, which I don't blame her. It's just tough, because if he would come to the games, like, he would sit on the side or just be not that into it. now he's more into it, but before that he was never really into it. So it would just be tough. Like I want my mom there, I want the support, and it would just be my dad sometimes, or not even my dad sometimes because he had to go help my mom and stuff like that. So it was definitely tough for my end, but I can only imagine how it was from him. He just recently started formulating sentences and just kind of talking appropriately, but before that he really couldn't talk. But another amazing thing from him is he learned how to speak sign language. So one of his friends, he has Down syndrome too, but he's mute, so he can't talk at all. So he learned sign language, and that's how he talks to his friends. So
amazing, yeah, that's amazing, man. Shout out to all you guys out there.
English, Spanish, and sign language.
Yeah, shit.
How old is he?
He's now gonna be 14 in November.
What's his name?
Leonardo Arana.
Yeah, my man.
And that's exactly how I say it.
How do you feel when someone like has anybody talk bad about him? Made you feel uncomfortable? Talk about a little bit about that. 'Cause I know that. I mean, I know a lot of people like that. And they've been in the same shoes, so I'm like, man, it's a very difficult thing to do. You know, when someone talks about someone like that so close to you, so important to you, you're trying to be a role model for. And then, I mean, someone talks up, you kind of got to, something. But like, how do you feel? I mean, has that ever happened to you?
So it definitely hurts. Yeah, we've been out. We get a lot of looks all the time. When he was younger, especially, he would have temper tantrums.
Yeah, temper tantrums.
Temper tantrums. So he would just kind of lay on the floor, just whine, not want to do anything, and he would just. It was tough because people would just look and give us like mean, dirty looks, and like they didn't really understand where he was coming from. You'd get frustrated from us not being able to understand him, or he would just get frustrated because he likes being at home. He just doesn't like going out much. So we would get dirty looks. Remember one time we were at the store and then it was Toys R Us. We were picking out a toy for him and like some old lady comes back and she's like, "Oh, what's wrong with him?" And we were like, "Whoa, what'd you say it like that? He has Down syndrome, but nothing's wrong with him. He's a regular old kid."
Right.
Yeah, so it's tough. We get dirty looks. We get little snarky comments here and there. For the most part, you just try to educate if they're willing to listen. If they're not, you just kind of blow them off and just kind of tell them like you're fine and just kind of reassure them. You just like you don't mind those people. There's always gonna be those people in the world, but as long as you know who you are and like you're happy, that's all that really matters.
Right.
Exactly. You guys got any special need kids in your families?
I don't know.
I have a cousin. He's autistic. Well, growing up, yeah, pretty much. So I mean, like kind of what he said. He was like more like special care and had to look more like upon him. But yeah, he always grew up. He was always like I don't say I'm really close to him now, but growing up, he was always with me, and it was different, but you get used to that, and yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I got an autistic little cousin, man. And I love that little kid, man. He's funny, a ball of energy, man. But man, if I see someone talk about him, I sure give him 1, 2 real quick.
Roberto said they don't know anything but love.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're kids at heart, man.
Some of the most loving people you'll meet.
Yeah,
Exactly.
They don't judge. They don't. As long as you're nice to them, they'll be nice to you, and then
Exactly.
That's all it's really about. You just kind of show them compassion.
Show him some passion. So, I mean, what do you think that you're a good role model for him? I mean,
I hope so. That's what I strive to be. I strive to be better every day. I keep all the drinking and all the partying stuff to myself, or just to my friends. But like for him, I try to make sure like he sees me as someone who does what he needs to do, who gets his stuff done, who doesn't care what's in his way, but will overcome it and make sure the job gets done, and just making sure he has someone to look up to. My dad's a great role model, so I'll never be just like him, but I strive to be someone he can look up to, someone like he admires, basically.
For sure.
He calls me every time, about almost every day on his, because he got a tablet and iPad.
Yeah,
so he calls me about every day, FaceTime, yeah.
It's gotta be a good feeling, like heartwarming.
Yeah, so I'll be doing homework some days, or I'll be working out, and then he'll call me. He's like, "Hi, Tho," and I'm like, oh, how are you doing? He just kind of talks to me. Sometimes I can't really understand him. It's tough, but like I'll try to make the best of him and try to just kind of keep the conversation going. Just trying to get to know him because I know he's growing up. He's not gonna be 14. Like,
and you're making his day by answering.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Shit. Good for you, man.
Yeah, good for you, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man.
Thank you for having me.
I mean, I hope you guys, you know, feel like this dude's he's a dope ass dude, man. Go follow him on Instagram, show him some love, show these guys some love. Hopefully go to the Lakers, man. Even though I hate them, you know.
Thank you for having me.
And then Gabe, you got any last words?
Hey, Berto, you're a real one. You were a great interview, and thank you, man.
Yeah, seems like a great guy, great role model for his brother. It inspires me.
Thank you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate all you guys watching the show. You know, I have to leave with the Warriors, but you know, fuck Lakers. But
Let's go Lakers.
I still love you,
Go
man,
Nation.
but-
Let's go LeBron. Let's go AD.
For sure, man. Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next. We out.